It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Charlotte Hornets. Checking out the Hornets, they can finally breathe a little bit after breaking the 5-game losing skid they started the season on with a win in their last game. With the new year getting ramped up, teams just getting into the swing of things. Kenny, some major storylines already brewing. What are you seeing out there?
Well, you know, the rosters aren't coming together yet, and it's still early. It's still tough to figure it out. But then there's a lot of teams that's just off the radar right now, but they've been impressive. So I think that it's too early to tell. You know, too early to tell.
Hey, come on, you're going to give me an answer.
I can't give you these ELNs, these Ernie-like numbers yet. It's too early.
Well, I see emerging young guns. You know, I see a couple of veterans now hitting the wall, physically getting up there in age. But I got to agree with Kenny, Ernie. It's too early to tell.
Jeez, I'm sorry I asked. Time to tip it off. Here's Kevin Harlan.
You asked too early.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast from Charlotte, North Carolina, home of the Hornets. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. The Hornets hoping for a happy ending to close out their homestand before hitting the road. It has not been an easy November for this team, dropping 5 games and with only 1 win here early in the season.
And when I look at Charlotte, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
Well, it's not really shocking, is it, considering the makeup of their roster? They need a ton of help in many areas if they want to get better.
And before we get underway here, let's check over with David Aldridge, who was able to talk with head coach Jeff Hornacek.
Guys, he told me their primary focus of the pregame discussion was defense. He said they're dealing with a very sophisticated offense, and it's going to require an outstanding effort from his players at the defensive end to come out on top. Let's see if that's the effort they get. Guys?
Thank you, David. And still, Chris, a lot of games left. Talk about the marathon of an 82-game season. Boy, it seems like a lot.
Man, you have to control your emotions. You have to control your energy. It is grueling. There's so many ups and downs in the season. There's so many momentum changes for you and for others that you have to keep a constant focus. And so 82 games, you know, college, that's about 30 games. And so if you're a rookie, you're playing about 3 of those seasons. And even if you're a veteran, you're going to get tired right before All-Star break. So how do you manage your body? How do you recuperate? How do you keep focus on those tough, cold nights during the winter? That all takes part in becoming a great player.
Real balancing act for sure.
It is a balancing act. It's how do you figure out balancing your mind, balancing your focus, and then balancing your body, staying off your legs.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. We've got Derrick Rose. Aldrin out there with Kevin Love. And it's LeBron James.
Oh, well, even though Batum is a little bigger of a guy, he runs the pick and roll to perfection. The defense has no clue whether he's going to shoot or pass.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Monk gets to Conley. Outside, Batum misses the 3. Charlotte, their last game, a win against Utah.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
No, but I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made them pay for a lackluster effort.
An incredible reverse throwdown, excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. So it's the Hornets now, following the score by Cleveland. And Gibson kicks to Monk. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Gibson. Gets a very good look and converts. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Over to the wing. Pass to Baldwin. James a screen on Gibson. Baldwin kicks to LeBron, and LeBron throws it down.
You got to admire James, a team player. Fantastic at setting screens and cutting hard.
Hornets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. There's the pick. Here's Conley. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Rose dishes to Love. Outside Rose. Back to Love. Stolen by Conley. Outside Batum. Outside Conley. From deep three-point range. That shot no good. And Cleveland will come the other way. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And how about the defensive adjustments in that one? Their communication was brilliant all night.
Well, they really work well together. They trusted each other. That's how you get stops.
Batum wide open. He fires. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Over by Conley. Back to Rose. He feeds it to LeBron. 5 to shoot. Baldwin kicks to Rose. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Hornets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Conley. The Cavaliers pull it in.
The active defense making things very hard on him as he goes in for the layup.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Hammers the alley-oop through.
You love seeing James distribute the ball. It shows that he really has a focus for getting his teammates involved.
And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. Riley, the rebound by Kevin Love. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Cleveland moving it around. Here's Baldwin. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
Hornets trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
They set the pick. They double team Conley. Riley. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
Well, yeah, Steve Clifford has done an amazing job here with the Hornets. One of the most underrated coaches in the league right now, and a big part of the Hornets' success. He's done a great job at maximizing the talents of his team.
Here's Baldwin. A 17-point game for him in the win against Oklahoma City.
Oh, well, his rebounding stood out, too. He gave them a big lift on the boards.
Hornets have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Batum with the ball. He had 10 points in the win against Utah.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
And with Steve Clifford, you wouldn't be surprised if he won a Coach of the Year award in the future. Chris, his peers around the league admire what he's been able to do.
Well, and the fact that the Hornets have been a perennial playoff threat under him is huge. For a long time before Clifford, the Hornets couldn't string together winning seasons. The change from then to now, under his watch, has been huge.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, the scoring, I mean, it's not coming easy for him. You have to get into a little rhythm, but that's when you can make the extra pass, play the role of the facilitator.
Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
Well, he's having a tough go at it so far this quarter. Not much dropping for him.
On the wing, James. Defended by Batum. It's a pick by Love. Shot clock at 6. LeBron passes to Rose. Baldwin. They get it back. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Monk. Now here's Conley. 9 points last game. And the pass to Wiley. Now Monk. The dish now to Conley. Gibson the screen. Off the screen. The putback.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's face and then go and corral that backboard.
Covered by Conley. Inside, out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Cavaliers.
And you can see how big a role the three-point shot played in their offense. They were determined to spread the floor and just kind of open things up through their long-range game.
And he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Takes the 3. Connects from three-point range. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
Now, here's Monk. What a tremendous game he played against Utah. And it's Conley that time on the assist from Gibson. Conley's got 5 points so far.
You know what? Struggling a little bit, but I do command the effort. 2 of 8 from the field. Let's see if that one gets him going.
And the officials call a traveling violation. And now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. In third, the Cavaliers.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
Kemba Walker's checked in for Mike Conley. Now, here's Walker. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah. Nice move. He stepped back and cashed it up. Walker's got his first basket of the night.
Good D. Better row. Walker's showing a lot of confidence in that jump shot.
Here's Baldwin. He's got 6. He dishes it to Love. Kicks to Rubio. Feeds it to LeBron. Here's Shumpert. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists tonight.
I don't know if that was by design or by accident, but the D not paying any attention to it.
Now, here's Walker. Riley, the pass to Monk. Again, the Hornets score.
How about the quickness of that release by Monk, an experienced catch-and-shoot player who feels comfortable firing from deep.
Here's Shumpert. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City. Another 3 for Cleveland.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Gibson the screen. Pass to Monk. And Gibson now atop the key. There's the screen. In the corner, it's Monk. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
And Walker strikes a nice balance between scoring and finding his teammates. That time for a wide open bucket. The book on Kemba Walker used to be that you could stay behind the screens, not work that hard, duck behind them because he wasn't going to do anything special. Well, he's worked on that, and he's fixed it, and it's paid off. We've seen his field goal percentage fly up in recent years, and that also means his ankle breaker moves have come up because now you have to respect his jump shot. His ball handles, some of the best in the NBA.
Baldwin kicks to Shumpert. Pass to Baldwin. Cleveland moving it around. Now, here's Monk, guarded by Shumpert. Monk dishes to Batum. He kicks it to Gibson. Now the feed to Walker. Back to Gibson. Passes to Walker. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Hornets. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Gibson. Barton comes in for Nicholas Batum. And George Hills subbed in for Monk. Walker's shot is off.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Howard with a screen on Hill. This is to Bosch. Bosch, the screen. The chosen one passes to Shumpert. Shot clock at 3. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Unloads from 13. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Not quite airtight defense right there, but his release was a little bit off on the jump.
Here's Booker. Basket is good, and they'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Once he gets open on the low block, it's just a matter of getting him the ball.
And one of those lunch pail players. You love him, Greg. Trevor Booker out of Clemson.
Just hard-nosed,
gets on the glass, and although only 6'8", he gets off his feet quickly. A terrific leaper and just one of those ultra-competitive guys.
Chris, you've been broadcasting as an analyst for the better part of a decade now. Talk about your process when you personally prepare for a broadcast, prepare for a game.
Wow, that's crazy. It is almost the better part of the decade. It doesn't seem that long. I can't believe I've been retired that long, but
I know it.
Right? I can't. Wow, time flies, man. But I have to thank so many of the guys that I've worked with that have taught me kind of how to do it. But my process is kind of like a basketball game when I play. There's a scouting report. I look at the scouting report. I look at the stats for the season. I compare the two teams. I look at this. If I was playing for Team A, what would we have to do? What would my role be? And then I look at it for Team B. I love coaching and management and looking at all those things. And so it gives me a chance to play all those roles and then come up with the game plan. And then from there, I just try to make sure I kind of stick to the rules of commentating when we start the game and go from there. But my preparation is really to get deep into the numbers of each team, but then more importantly, how they've been playing, add that context of what I did as a player, and I know what the teams are going through along with all those analytics, and then kind of just let it fly, and hopefully the fans have fun watching it, but that's my process.
Outside Bosch. Shumpert in the corner. Howard gets to Shumpert. Shoots over Walker. Out to Shumpert. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Bosch, the screen. Shumpert passes to the chosen one. There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter. And another shot. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Cleveland shooting their first free throw tonight. And the technical free throw is good.
You know, for all the talk about Rubio's passing, I think one thing that gets overlooked is his defense. Both his on the ball and defensive rebounding are very strong for the point guard position.
And so here's Cleveland. And that one's good. Shumpert.
Oh, well, that was too easy. Too easy, as a matter of fact. Who was guarding him?
And a wide open look for Walker. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Walker's got it all tied up now for Charlotte.
Anything you can do, I can do better. We got a little gamesmanship going on.
I like this. It feels like it's getting a little personal out there. It could make it all the more interesting going down the stretch.
It's a tie game in Charlotte. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back.
Voila. 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 Yeah.
Had a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even keel. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can, live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
He is absolutely as solid and steady as a rock at this point in his career. Nothing rattles him. Nothing throws him off his game.
And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnovers.
So that's what happens when you're aggressive on that end of the floor. They took a few chances and took control of the game.
We've got Will Barton. Kemba Walker is out there with Hill. Then there's Trevor Booker. And it's Wiley in at the 5. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. Now here's Barton. A 14-point game for him in the win against Utah. There's the pick. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Howard's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Shumpert in the corner. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. And that's 15 points for Amon Shumpert. Hornets trail by 5. And here's Walker. He feeds it to Hill. Inside, 4 on the clock. Barton, no luck.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Howard in the post. 14 points from him the last game against Oklahoma City.
And he also positioned himself well to protect the rim, swatting a couple of shots, making his presence felt on that end.
And so here's Charlotte. Dwight Howard missing his last shot. Shumpert against Walker. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Don't you love the passion Walker plays with? An incredible athlete who somehow muscles in tough shots.
Bosch dishes to Rubio. Bosch a screen on Hill. And Rubio kicks to Howard. Howard setting the pick for Rubio. It's stolen. Walker the pass to Barton. And Barton throws it down.
And Walker is so good at spreading the floor, whipping the ball over to his teammates very quickly.
There's the pass to the chosen one. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And Walker kicks to Hill. And that misses. That would have put him up.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possesses.
Now, here's Rubio. 8 points his last outing. Up top, Barton. There's Walker with the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Bosch has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Well, it appears as though he has lost his touch a little after connecting on 2 in the first quarter.
They get it back. Out to the wing. Howard kicks to Shumpert. Rubio against Hill. Here's Shumpert. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. 18 points for Amon Shumpert.
He's reason number 1 there in front. I mean, his shooting has been almost flawless.
Hill passes to Weiler. Kicks it out to Booker. They set the pick. Clock at 6. Barton inside the line. Another shot. The offensive rebound. And another shot. And it's sent back by Bosch. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Howard, and he lays it straight in. And now a 6-point Cleveland lead.
Outstanding presence of mind. Howard is as dependable as it gets near the rim.
For so long, the Hornets have been one of the most disciplined teams, Greg, in the NBA.
Yeah, you look at how this team takes care of the ball, and from the first guy to the last, it says something about how much pride they take in that. Minimizing turnovers goes a long way in terms of winning games. It's been a part of the basketball culture with the Hornets for quite some time.
Here's Barton. Second shot opportunity. No good from Booker. Cleveland leading by 4. Bosch the screen. Shumpert in the corner. And the 3 off target. And for the Hornets, they're shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Hill kicks to Walker. 3-pointer. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got his 4th rebound in this one. Howard with a screen on Hill. Lobbed up there for Howard. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Yeah, and Superman taking flight for the lob finish.
Charlotte's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Hill against Rubio. Hill inside. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Howard. Outside Shumpert. Again, Shumpert missing. Hornets trail by 6. Hill kicks to Walker. From the stripe. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
When Walker's feeling it, you're in trouble. He can take over the game with his scoring.
Bosch the screen. They double him with Booker. The chosen one passes to Shumpert. Here's the chosen one, guarded by Walker. Pass to the chosen one. And another miss by Cleveland. And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And so an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Taj Gibson's checked in for Wiley. Batum comes in for Will Barton. Monk's checked in for Walker. And it's Conley in for Hill. Here's Conley. He has 5. The dish to Monk. Gibson the screen. A three-pointer off the mark. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Howard setting the pick for LeBron. Up off the screen, and James throws it down.
Well, Kevin, you can't afford to let James get any separation. He's a terrific shooter off the screen.
LeBron's gone 3 for 4 here from the field. They set the pick. Gibson the screen. And it's Conley penetrating. Basket made. That's his 3rd of the game. He's 3 for 9 now.
Anybody see any defensive presence on that play? I mean, he's not going to blow that layup. He was wide open.
Howard with his screen on Batum. And Gibson sends it back.
And Gibson just out here to play hard defense, showing great awareness coming up there with that block.
And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Kevin Love's checked in for Dwight Howard. The Hornets shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. And Chris, usually the guys who score a lot of points get all the attention. But if you had to pick some who don't get a lot of credit for the way they fill it up, who would some of those names be?
That's tough. I think anytime you have a guy like DeMarcus Cousins, who's a big guy and one of the top leading 5 scorers in the league, I think he doesn't get enough credit for scoring. His teammate, Anthony Davis, probably because of his record and his team not winning as much, doesn't get enough credit. Kawhi Leonard, because he's quiet and unassuming, doesn't grab that credit. And then you got guys like Gordon Hayward, who's just coming onto the scene, Kemba Walker, who's exciting, and Jimmy Butler. I mean, it's a lot of guys that don't get enough credit. And if you want to go to the West Coast and go back to point guards, go to Damian Lillard, who thought he was snubbed as an all-star. But that's the great thing about this league. There's so many great players. You got to play hard every night to get some credit. Because if not, someone else is deserving to have their name up there just as well.
That's good from Gibson.
When I watch Taj Gibson, I'm always impressed with his hustle and his quick feet. I mean, he knows what to do. He knows what move he wants to execute, and he executes very fast. Often defenders can't set up on him before he's going to work.
Gibson the screen. Conley kicks to Monk. Back to Conley. On the wing, Booker. 5 points in the game. Gibson the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And a chance now to review the shot chart for the Hornets.
And the story of the game for him has really been painful. I mean, he's tried to get things going, but for whatever reason, between the defense and just his rhythm tonight, the touch just hasn't been there.
That one drops. He ties it up. And with Gibson, the quickness he has at his position is a big benefit for him. Great for when he faces up, too.
Yeah, Kevin, he has a great one-bounce move when he's facing up in the paint or elbow. He also does a great job to flash open the space and get a shot up fast.
Here's Baldwin. 6 points for him. Out to the right wing. Covered by Conley. Releases. Offensive rebound. Charlotte's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Monk dishes to Booker. And no good. Good D from Love. Batum against James. He dishes it to Love. LeBron passes to Love. Back to LeBron. From down in the low post, it goes. James has got 10 points in the game. The Hornets trail. Outside Conley. Feeds to Batum. Gibson the screen. And Batum kicks to Monk. Drains the three-pointer. 8 points for him.
Well, when Batum, Kevin, spots a wide-open teammate, he zips the rock to him quickly. Just exceptional vision.
Love with the screen on Gibson. Kicks to Daniels. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. That's a pick by Love. LeBron dishes to Love. Over Booker. Love with the bucket. Love's got the game tied up here for the Cavs.
Oh, you got to respect how zoned in Love is. The D can't do anything more. He's just too good with that jumper.
Booker left side. Booker with the screen for Monk.
2 minutes remaining.
The Hornets need to get a shot off here. No good from Gibson. For Cleveland, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. Over by Conley for 3. And LeBron James good for 3. And it's a 3-point Cavalier lead. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the half. Gibson setting the pick for Conley. Over in the corner, Batum. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Batum's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. James outside. Kicks it out to Love. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Over in the corner, Batum. Three-pointer, and again, Charlotte with the triple.
Well, Batum is a volume three-point shooter. If he has any space whatsoever, he's pulling up, most likely connected.
Right wing. Over by Conley. Pass to Baldwin. Puts up a 3. Connects from three-point range. Baldwin's got 9 points.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
And I love it, Greg. Both sides inflicting damage from the perimeter. We'll see how the defense is adjusting.
Now, here's Batum. 6 points for him. And there's the call on James. That's foul number 2 for him. Wiley, he's checked in for Charlotte. Derrick Rose is checked in for the Cavaliers. There's a screen. Gibson the screen. 5 to shoot. Rose with the block. And oh, here we go. Rose, nobody back. And finished off by Rose.
And Derrick Rose so quick out of the gates. And when he sees open floor ahead, he's at full sprint in the blink of an eye.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Cleveland ahead, leading by just 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate on to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
And Big Fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
The scene tonight here in Uptown Charlotte, where we welcome you back to the action. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. We gotta like what Amon Shumpert has done in this game.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, right. I mean, the defense hasn't had an answer for this guy yet. Just too skilled, too driven thus far.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Cavaliers leading. Well, we've got a moment left set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Cleveland. Aldrin out there with Kevin Love. And it's Rose. And it's LeBron James. They get it back. Here's Love. Lays it up off the glass. Love's got the first points of the second half here for the Cavs.
Oh, you got to put a body on Love. He's a menace on the offensive glass. He's outstanding at throwing his weight around.
Here's Monk. No good on the triple. Cleveland leading by 4. Here's Rose. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I mean, you spend all that time in the locker room trying to get mentally prepared. Then you come out and give up that? Nah.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And Chris, I know you've been executive producing and hosting various TV shows. You had a great NBA career, obviously, and it seems like you continue to find success. How's that been for you?
Well, I try to take the same lessons I learned in sports. You know, when I first got to Golden State, the first man I searched out was Chris Mullin and found out all of his habits and stole all of his knowledge, and I tried to take that and move forward. And I try to do the same in other areas. I try to work with the best. I try to learn, work hard, work my way up the rookie ladder and see what happens. And so I've just aligned myself with some really great people, some wonderful thinkers and hard workers, and hopefully it'll continue to have fun like I am doing. So it's been a great ride.
You're always learning, right? You never stop learning.
Man, come on. It's not just about a school or a class or one mentor. It's about everyday learning so that you can kind of learn and put people's knowledge with your unique sense of self and make it work. Why not learn on someone else's dime? Why go through life making mistakes when other people can kind of let you know, wait, I did this, you want to think about that, and kind of just put your own playbook together.
Al Gibson following the three-point attempt by Derrick Rose. Monk's shot's good.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
It's a pick by Love. James kicks to Baldwin. Right side Rose. James, the pass to Love. Cleveland moving it around. And another miss by Cleveland. Charlotte's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Back to Conley. Outside Gibson. He kicks it to Batum. Gibson setting the pick for Batum. For the lead. Misses off the right iron.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
And that just shows you can do everything right sometimes but still get the wrong result.
Here's Baldwin. 9 points in the game so far. James with it. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Michael Conley picks one up. And as successful as LeBron James has been, a max contract, all the endorsements, everything else, he's made his mark with his philanthropy.
Well, Kevin, my favorite part about LeBron is what he's done off the court. I mean, $2.5 million to the Muhammad Ali Museum. Think about this. This might be one of the greatest philanthropic moves, in my opinion, by an athlete. $40 million to pay for the college tuition of 1,000 Ohio school children. I mean, he's affecting the world in ways much larger than basketball.
Will Barton, he's checked in for Charlotte. Hill comes in for Michael Conley. Here's Hill, and it's all evened up.
Just a terrific athlete, George Hill, showing the body control there to go chest to chest and finish.
James against Barton. The drive by James. Love can't hit.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here is Hill. Outside Gibson. The feed to Monk. And here's Hill for three. Not going to go that time. Cavaliers go the other way with it. This their first chance this season playing Charlotte.
Yeah, and they came out with a W every time they played this squad last year. A stark contrast drawn between the conference's haves and have-nots.
Love with a wide open look. Craps in the tray. Love's got 5 points now this quarter.
I admire the quickness. Love's catch and shoot, Jay, is instant. Out of his hands in a second's notice.
Here's Gibson. Off the left rim and out.
He'll be beating himself up if they can't come back because he is not carrying his weight at the offensive end.
Here's the three. And another three for Cleveland.
You can't let him get in the rhythm from out there. He's too good of a shooter.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Hill passes to Wiley. And again, the Hornets missing.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Now here's Rose. 5 points in the game. It's a pick by Love. Lets it go from deep. Hill with some nice D.
They haven't been able to count on his scoring tonight, but still, here they are in the lead.
Barton outside. And he gets the bucket. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
They are throwing the ball away at an alarming rate. I'm sure that's what they're discussing right now, those turnovers. They have to take care of the basketball, value each possession.
And one of the things about Will Barton's game that, to me, makes him such a force is how unpredictable he can be. He plays at times almost like a man out of control, and it really does work to his advantage as he is a difficult guy to deal with in those one-on-one situations.
Kemba Walker is checked in for Monk. Cleveland leading by 4. Rubio outside. And it's Bosch in the corner. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 4 assists in the game. And to back up the point with Barton in his chaotic play style, he knows exactly what he's about. Famously saying, Greg, I'm so creative most of the time, I don't know what I'm going to do.
And, that might sound glib, but it is just how Barton plays. I mean, a fantastic competitor who just does what it takes to win. He gives you a little bit of everything out on the floor.
Now here's Shumpert. Dwight Howard missing his last shot. And it's Shumpert penetrating. No basket. That's his 4th miss in 11 attempts from the floor. Barton outside. Walker against Shumpert. Not enough on that one as it misses. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the 3rd quarter got underway.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
Here's Walker with the 3. Walker missing again.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Shumpert gets a wide open look, and that basket pushes the lead to double digits.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Hill passes to Wiley. Barton outside. Pick up by Hill. Barton kicks to Gibson. Outside, Walker. From the arc. He can't get that one, and Cleveland will come the other way. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Back to Shumpert. Pass to Howard. Cleveland moving it around. Rubio with it. He's picked up by Walker. Howard dishes to Shumpert. Now here's Howard. He's guarded closely. Again, the Cavaliers score. Now here is Hill. Guys, there's still time for them to make a run.
Can't have any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Gibson the screen. And Walker kicks to Hill. Here's Barton. And he can't stop the run as he misses. The Cavaliers have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Three-pointer. Again, Shumpert missing. The Hornets shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. And it's blocked. And the whistle stops gameplay. It's not a clean block shot. Instead, a shooting foul. And we'll see free throws coming up right here. For Charlotte, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. And he makes the first. Both good from the line that time. Here is Rubio. And Howard has it in the corner. Rubio against Walker. 6 to shoot. Shumpert passes to the chosen one. Hands it from downtown. The chosen one's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And the Hornets call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated. And let's check out the stats for Barton. How he did last season. Last season, he averaged 11 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Well, yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come.
Cleveland leading by 11. Rubio dishes to Bosch. From the baseline. Riley with the rebound. They can shave the deficit to single digits right here. Barton kicks to Walker. Riley the pass to Barton. Dishes it to Walker. Shoots over Rubio. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Here's the chosen one. Barton defending. And it's Shumpert penetrating. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And some changes here for the Hornets. Batum comes in for Will Barton. And it's Mike Conley in for George Hill.
No, I love Shumpert. I mean, defensively, he's reliable, but offensively, you know, these guys now can depend on him, and he has a great sense for when to shoot the ball as well.
Now, here's Batum. 6 points for him. Gibson with the screen on Howard. There's a good screen. Here's Batum, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, one reason why Nick Batum is so valuable on the basketball floor is his ability to guard multiple positions. You hear that a lot with front court players, but Chris, he gives you that flexibility as a guard.
And his length is a big part of why he's able to do that. You always want a rangy guy you can put up on a shooter for the other team. Very often, Batum plays that role because of his ability to bother shots and check a multitude of players.
Free throw good, Nicholas Batum.
Well, so far, if you look at the totality, Batum has put together a very impressive career. He's had a great stroke from outside in addition to his outstanding defense. Well, you rarely get to see a player like Batum who has such a dynamic game at the shooting guard spot. He's one of the best rebounders at his position and defenders. Terrific passer and a very unselfish player.
Now here's Howard. 6 points for him. Here's the chosen one. But they'll get another chance. Here's Shumpert. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Hornets trail by 12. Gibson with the screen on Rubio. Howard with the steal. Walsh kicks to Shumpert. Here's Rubio. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Rubio's got 6. And with Batum, he is one of the elite rebounding guards, no doubt. A large part of that is because of his height and length as a shooting guard.
Well, Batum is listed as 6'8", but he has a wingspan of a condor. I mean, his wingspan is reported at 7'4". Just an all-around great player who gives you so much when he's on the floor.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
And I love it, Greg. Both sides inflicting damage from the perimeter. We'll see how the defenses adjust, though.
Now, here's Rubio. On the wing, Shumpert. Shot clock at 5. Walker with some nice D.
Yeah, good interior D there. Prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly. Then with the quick reaction time.
Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
Oh, he has just struggled here offensively in the quarter.
Shumpert dishes to Howard. And Rubio kicks to Shumpert. To the right side. The chosen one passes to Howard. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Conley. And the miss. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And we'll be back with you shortly. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Hornets trail by 12. Conley out there with Monk. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then there's Wiley. And it's Batum in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Now here's Batum. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Baldwin, defended by Batum, and it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Here's Baldwin. At the elbow, it's Rose. Baldwin kicks to LeBron. 4 on the shot clock. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Baldwin can't get it to go. Charlotte shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Batum dishes to Conley. He feeds it to Monk. Gibson the screen. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Cleveland leading by 12. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. The kick out to LeBron. Covered by Conley. Back to Rose. Misses the 3.
It's been a rough game for him, but it won't sting too bad as long as they hang on to the lead.
Here's Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Now here's LeBron to the inside. Baldwin, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
James, to me, is a mix between Jordan and Magic because he's a remarkable scorer and a remarkable passer.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Now Monk. The pass to Conley. To the middle. Here's Gibson. It's rebounded by Baldwin. Baldwin's got 6 rebounds in the game. Love goes in. And Chris, one thing I'm sure you appreciate about Kevin Love's game is his passing.
Definitely. I love his Wes Unseld, the ode to Wes Unseld outlet pass that he does. I mean, just touchdown strikes. Good vision in the high post as well.
And the first one drops.
Well, yeah, and think about it. Over time, Love has developed into a reliable stretch four. He's a lethal shooter. He can also hit the glass. And if he goes in the post, he can knock it down in there once in a while, too.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Conley. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. The Cavaliers leading by 12. James, the pass to Baldwin. Rose against Conley. Here's Baldwin to the paint. James kicks to Baldwin. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 6th assist on the night.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
And the Hornets call time here.
Well, LeBron James can do everything on a basketball court. It's his passing that's always stood out to me. His vision at his size, I mean, historically great.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I had the chance to find out what Steve Clifford talked about with his players. And he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive. And you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got him going, guys.
Batum with the steal. Pass to Wiley. The dish now to Conley. Here's Wiley. He's guarded by Love. And it's Gibson. That time on the assist by Monk. 14 points for Taj Gibson. And you lump in LeBron with Magic Johnson and Larry Bird when you talk about players 6'8", 6'9", who can control a game, Chris, simply with their passing.
Oh, yeah, don't forget about yours truly, but he can pick you apart. He sees over the top of defenses, and he throws bullet passes that leave the defense no time to recover.
Here's Conley. The Cavaliers making the shot for 3. Goes back up. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Nice work to get in position for the rebound and the putback. He has no off switch.
Going to the line, Wiley.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
The Cavaliers leading by 12. There's a good screen. And Love has it in the corner. Love with the screen for James. Over by Conley. Beyond the arc. Launches it. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Oh, man. And Batum loves the 3-ball. Even from way beyond the arc, he's a threat to knock it down.
It's a pick by Love. Goes up off the pick. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Chris, you look at the way the game is played now. We have seen some retired players say it is soft.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is soft when you look through their lens. That's true. But that's the way that the game is today. And so if you're a fan just coming to the game now, or, you know, if this is the game you love, you accept it and you keep moving on. As long as the fans love it, as long as the players are having fun with it. But definitely, compared to the 80s, to the 90s, there's no doubt about it that the game is soft as far as physical play. But at the same time, look what it's produced. It has allowed players to show the beauty of an offensive jump shot, of an offensive move, and also made defenders get that much better because you have to move laterally and can't use your hands to guard.
The drive by James, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum. LeBron against Batum. And they double up James. Shot clock at 6. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now, here's Monk. He's covered by Rose. Gibson the screen. Feeds to Conley. He dishes it to Gibson. Baseline J on the way and misses it off the right side of the rim.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
Now, here's Batum. Passes to Wiley. Kicks to Conley. To the paint. Here's Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
He's known as more steady than flashy, but that was a sensational pass by Conley. He can get fancy when he needs to.
Batum against James. Outside Rose. And here is LeBron. Drops in the tray. And the Cavaliers lead by 14.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Well, the game looks like it's starting to wear on them. Unable to get out, defend the perimeter, unfocused. It's a bad sign.
Offensive rebound. No good from Gibson.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
Now here's James. A marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And so here's Charlotte following the score by Cleveland. Conley with it. Gibson the screen. Conley dishes to Monk. Gibson setting a pick for Monk. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Baldwin's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And look at that jam! Wow. I mean, just beautiful.
Sick. Love watching James show off his muscle. No one getting in his way. The D can't stop him.
Charlotte making a switch here. Walker's checked in.
James, shooting 1.
Well, you got to admire LeBron. I mean, he's such a competitive athlete. He's one of the most competitive athletes you'll see in all of sports.
Over to the wing. Right side to Walker. To halt the run, he lays it in.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Now here's James. Got a hand on it. Outside, Walker. Got a piece of it. Now here's Love. And good that time. Love's got 4 points this quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now Monk. Outside, Walker lets the 3 fly. Walker missing again.
Well, the D was slouching there, and he rose up and confidently hit that shot, just like he did in the first half.
Back to James. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Well, there's only so much you can do defensively. James is a tremendous force down low.
Charlotte calls timeout. Chris, if you were on the rules committee, what rule change would you like to see the NBA make going forward?
Kevin, there's not a rule I necessarily have changed, but I'd ask them to kind of reinterpret a couple of rules, and that goes with the flagrant foul. I often see so many plays that are just hard fouls called as flagrant fouls, and that can affect not only a player and later on whether it's a flagrant 2, but it can affect the game. It can affect the next game by how it's interpreted by a player being kicked out because of that. And so I just want to take the sensitivity or put the toughness back into that. So many flagrant fouls are called and they're not going at the head, or they're chopping down on the wrist, and I just like to see it get back to be interpreted as it was a little while ago, maybe 20, 25 years ago.
Here's Walker following the basket by LeBron James, and he makes that one. And that's 18 points for Kemba Walker.
And Walker is a high percentage shooter from the mid-range, especially when the D isn't right up on him.
James, the pass to Baldwin. To the wing right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. LeBron kicks to Rose. Takes a 3. Another shot. And LeBron with the layup. James has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, you got to remember to box out James. He's always lurking, doing his best to come up with offensive rebounds.
Here's Walker. Plays it up and banks it in.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Here's Baldwin. Love with the screen on Gibson. Down low. Now here's Monk, the fast break chance. And it's Gibson that time on the assist by Monk. Monk's got 3 assists now in this one. Timeout called, Cleveland. They're up by 17. 1:35 left in the game. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Wiley. Booker comes in for Taj Gibson. Barton's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And George Hill's subbed in for Monk. And it's blocked.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Cavaliers.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for LeBron.
Well, of all the things he did well, his passing was the most important. He spread the ball around, kept everyone involved, and their offense clicked.
And the Hornets making a change here. Bacon's checked in.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
Wow, this is just a huge road win. These guys banded together. Just an awesome performance.
Now here's Barton over Daniels. It's tipped.
Watch for Rubio.
Here's Bosch. Pass to Daniels. Bosch, the screen. Rubio dishes to Daniels. Shot clock at 6. The 3 from Bosch. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
Hornets ball.
Here's Hill. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, LeBron. We know it's a game of runs. How did you withstand their run to get back to the lead?
Just try to keep attacking, try to get to the free throw line, stop the clock, put pressure on their defense, and just try to keep as much pressure on them as possible. You know, this is the new season, and we came in and took care of job on the road, and hopefully we continue to get better.
Long season ahead. Thanks, LeBron. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.